The latest USDA World Supply and Demand estimate is expecting a record corn crop this year.
And a group of researchers are scouting crops ahead of the harvest. They're pulling 1,600 samples from fields in 7 Midwestern states.
But today, they were in Henry and Rock Island counties, and News 8's Haley Bickelhaupt and photojournalist Scott Weiss got to tag along as they checked out our crops.
It's day 3 of the Pro Farmer Crop Tour, and we follow along on one of the 21 routes, hearing about the outlook for this year from experts both young and old.
Sometimes you got to be a little strategic about where you go in.
Lane Acres calculated.
We don't like to count plants because sometimes we'll throw a couple ears and sometimes one plant won't be thrown an ear at all.
When it comes to the numbers,
This looks all right.
and his footsteps.
I feel like a running back in football. You got to find the gap.
He's helping count kernels
45, 46, 47, 48. All right, cool.
in states like Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa.
What we're basically trying to do is sample one big field across the Midwest and get an idea of what production numbers can look like.
Now on the corn side, Acres convinced the plants are less mature than their neighbors in Indiana.
So far, it's been a little underwhelming, and then it's been really surprising because I know this ground and I know a lot of what it can do, and we're expecting some pretty big numbers.
Overall, his yield count's a bit lower than last year.
8.5.
The wet summer creating a successful crop,
That's a pretty big ear.
but also bringing some disease and emergence issues. Further along the road, soybeans could be the cream of the crop near Taylor Ridge. And no, that's not a coyote rustling through this field.
You taking pictures?
Farmer Don Harris is on his 15th crop tour.
I'm old enough to quit, I guess. I'm 88 years old. Pull up 3 plants and count the pods on the 3 plants.
He hasn't seen problems with pests like some years.
I think we'll have a big bean crop. Of course, we need more rain to finish the beans.
As fall approaches, everyone's along for the ride.
I'm riding in the back seat. I don't know where we are bar of the line.
14.
It's a game of numbers whether you're 28 or 60 years older. In Rock Island, Haley Bickelhaupt, WQAD News 8.
Now, rainfall over the next 3 weeks will play a big role in this year's harvest. Tonight, Pro Farmer is hosting an event in Riverside, Iowa, revealing crop predictions from Illinois and Western Iowa.